What up, guys? Boy, Mr. Dan Terry Mel, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, September 24th, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mel, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Director Todd Phillips shared on Twitter Friday the first images of Joaquin Phoenix wearing makeup as the iconic villain in the origin story Joker. The brief video Phillips posted, which Warner Bros. Pictures retweeted, shows Phoenix as Arthur Fleck, unsmiling and wearing rumpled clothes. Colored light flashes across his face, offering a hint of the Joker's signature clown makeup. The video stops with Arthur grinning widely, lips and eyebrows painted red on a pale white face. Phoenix released the first photo of Phoenix as Arthur, the man who will ultimately become Batman's greatest foe, on Sunday. Shortly after that, the film's story offered details about the storyline, explaining Phillips' exploration of Arthur Fleck, a man disregarded by society, is not only a gritty character study but also a broader cautionary tale. Filming is now underway, co-starring Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz, Bill Camp, Francis Conroy, Brett Cullen, Glenn Flesher, Douglas Hodge, Mark Maron, Josh Pies, and Shia Wayham. The movie is set for theatrical release on October 4th, 2019. MGM and Orion Pictures released the first photo of the demonic doll Chucky at the center of its Child's Play reboot. The male event toy's face is partially shadowed by a huge knife. What can be seen is half of a plastic face with freckles, one huge blue eye, and reddish-brown hair. Also visible are the straps from the denim overalls and a bit of stripped shirt. Aubrey Plaza, Brian Tyree Henry, and Gabriel Bateman began work last week in Vancouver on the contemporary retelling of the classic horror tale. Lars Kalvberg is directing the movie from Tyler Burton Smith's original screenplay, which was based on the 1988 movie about the murderous doll. Child's Play creator Don Mancini hinted on Twitter in June that Chucky could star in a television series soon, but he didn't say where or when it might premiere. Mancini tweeted a GIF with Chucky's face and the message, "Child's Play, the TV series, do not adjust your set." Chucky already has been featured in 7 horror movies, including 2017's Cult of Chucky, starring Fiona Dourif and Jennifer Tilly. Dourif's father, Brad, has provided the voice of Chucky in all of the previous films. The Dourifs and Mancini are not involved in the movie that is currently being shot. After the photo from the reboot was released Friday, Mancini tweeted a meme of Mariah Carey holding up a sign that says, "I don't know her." Mancini wrote, "This is all I have to say on that subject." Fiona Dourif retweeted the post. Ralph, played by John C. Reilly, finds himself in the dark corners of the internet in the newest trailer for Disney's upcoming animated sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. The clip released Thursday details how Ralph and his friend Vanellope von Schweetz, played by Sarah Silverman, leave the arcade behind and enter into the World Wide Web in search of a way to fix Vanellope's video game Sugar Rush. The duo come across a dangerous racing game known as Slaughter Race that features new character Shank, played by Gal Gadot. As Vanellope begins to enjoy her time inside the internet and bonds with Shank, she wonders if she could leave Ralph and the arcade behind. Ralph is then seen entering into the darknet, a shady-looking area that has giant spiders walking across the street and signs promoting viruses. Ralph meets a slug-like creature who has a smaller little brother located near his neck. Ralph says as he stumbles his words while being distracted by the little brother, "The reason I came to your neck of the face, there's a face in your neck, woods, neck of the woods." Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2 is set to arrive in theaters on November 21st. The film will also feature cameos from the Disney princesses and the properties such as Star Wars. Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson have released on Instagram multiple selfies from the set of Sony's upcoming Men in Black spin-off. Hemsworth captioned a black and white photo on Thursday, which features the pair posing together, wearing white dress shirts and with black ties. Hashtag MIP, hashtag PIP, hashtag HIP, hashtag MWIB, hashtag Legends in Black, hashtag Revengers for Life, hashtag at Tessa May Thompson. Hemsworth and Thompson, who previously starred together in Marvel's Thor Ragnarok, are headlining the Men in Black spin-off from director F. Gary Gray, which takes place primarily in London. The hashtag Revengers for Life refers to the name Hemsworth's Thor character in Ragnarok named his team, which featured Thompson. Thompson on Instagram posted 2 selfies with Hemsworth, one featuring the actor making a funny face, and another with the actress making her eyes big. The new Men in Black is set to arrive in theaters on June 14, 2019. Rebecca Ferguson, Liam Neeson, Kumail Nanjiani, and Emma Thompson are also set to star. Original franchise series stars Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, who starred in the first 3 Men in Black films about a secret organization that protects Earth from aliens, are not expected to return. Charlie Cox is back as the blind crime fighter Matt Murdock in a new teaser trailer for Daredevil Season 3, which announces a October 19th premiere date for the Marvel drama. Netflix said on Twitter Thursday, alongside the clip that featured a bloodied and battered Murdock, "Let the devil out." The attorney by day and superhero by night says in the teaser, alongside the footage of Daredevil wearing his original crime-fighting outfit from Season 1, there's only one true way to end evil, to finish it for good. Daredevil Season 3 comes after Season 2 premiered on Netflix in March 2016. The character was then featured in the superhero crossover series The Defenders, where Murdock was last seen barely surviving the destructive finale. The new season will feature series newcomer Joanne Whaley as a strong-willed nun, alongside returning stars Deborah Ann Woll as Karen Page, Eldon Henson as Foggy Nielsen, and Vincent D'Onofrio as the villainous Kingpin. The Deuce co-creator David Simon has announced on Twitter that his HBO porn drama will return for another season in 2019, but it will be the show's last. Simon tweeted Thursday, "We're always conjuring the last scene before we write the first. So much the better when we work for people who allows us to consistently plan, arc, and execute as intended. Thanks at HBO for the 3rd and final season renewal and the chance for the hashtag The Deuce to tell its full story." The Hollywood Reporter said the show's conclusion with Season 3 isn't a surprise, since Simon and his writing-producing partner George Pelecanos have previously said they intended this to be a 3-chapter story about the New York sex industry spanning the 1970s and 80s. The show stars James Franco, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Michael Rispoli, and Luke Kirby. Melissa Joan Hart and Sean Astin are to star in the new Netflix comedy series No Good Nick, showrunner David H. Steinberg announced on Twitter Friday. Steinberg tweeted, "We are all so excited to finally share the news about our new series for Netflix called #NoGoodNick at Netflix Family, and Melissa Joan Hart, at Sean Astin, at Kamala Epstein, at Lauren Duniz, and at Sienna Audendon." Hart teased the announcement with her own social media post Thursday. Hart captioned an Instagram photo of her and Astin. "This guy is so super special to me. Find out why tomorrow at Sean Astin." The streaming service says Hart and Astin will play a married couple and parents of 2 children who welcome into their family a 13-year-old girl who turns out to be a con artist with an agenda. Hart is best known for her role in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is getting a dark drama reboot without her participation on Netflix. She also co-starred in Melissa and Joey. Meanwhile, Astin is famous for his work in The Goonies and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He was most recently seen in Season 2 of Netflix's Stranger Things. Disney has announced that its reboot of the animated series DuckTales has been renewed for a 3rd season on the Disney Channel. The company made the announcement on Friday ahead of Season 2's premiere on October 20th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. DuckTales, based on the original cartoon of the same name, which aired from 1987 to 1990, follows the adventures of Scrooge McDuck and his nephews as they hunt for treasures around the world and fight off enemies after Scrooge's vast fortune. David Tennant voices Scrooge McDuck, along with Danny Pudi as Huey, Ben Schwartz as Dewey, Bobby Monahan as Louie, Kate Micucci as Webby Vanderquack, Beck Bennett as Launchpad McQuack, Toles Adegnyoye as Mrs. Beagley, and Tony Alansemo as Donald Duck. Season 2 is set to feature a number of guest stars, including Julie Bowen, Edgar Wright, Jack McBrayer, John Hodgman, Jamila Jamal, Lee Brayer, and Lance Reddick. Recurring cast members include Paget Webster as Della Duck, and Bernardo de Pola and Arturo de Puerto as Jose de Quecora and Pachito Pistolas of the Three Caballeros. Pootie, Schwartz, and Monahan celebrated the Season 3 renewal along with Tennant in a video that features the cast recording their lines together for the first time. The comedic clip features Pootie, Schwartz, and Monahan unable to read their lines correctly as Tennant looks on in disappointment. Comedian Ego Wodem has been named a featured player for Season 44 of Saturday Night Live in New York, NBC announced. A graduate of the University of Southern California with a degree in biology, Wodem has been a regular cast member at the UCB Theater in Los Angeles, where she performs her one-woman show, Great Black Women, and Then There's Me, a news press release says. SNL will kick off its new season September 29th. Adam Driver will be the guest host, and Kanye West will provide the musical entertainment. The sketch comedy series also added Alan Lincoln, Allison Gates, Eli Mandel, and Bowen Yang to its writing team, NBC said Friday. Head writers Michael Che and Colin Jost hosted this week's Emmy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles. Fox released on Twitter this weekend the first episode of the 7th season of Tim Allen's sitcom Last Man Standing. The network picked up the popular show in May after ABC canceled it last year due to a programming shakeup. Season 7 is to premiere on Fox Friday, but it was posted online almost a week early as a thank you to the fans who fought to save it. The series follows Mac Baxter, the church-going married father of 3 adult women who is in charge of marketing of a chain of outdoor sporting goods stores in Colorado. Returning to their roles alongside Alan as Mike are Nancy Travis as Vanessa, Amanda Fuller as Kristen, Caitlin Dever as Eve, Christopher Sanders as Kyle, Hector Elizondo as Ed, Jonathan Adams as Chuck, and Jordan Masterson as Ryan. Mandy McCook has taken over the role of Mandy from Molly Ephraim, who was working on other projects when the show was renewed. Season 7 kicks off with various members of the Baxter family snipping at each other over politics, and Ryan vowing to move back to his native Canada with Mike's daughter Kristen and their youngest son, Boyd, played by Jet Jurgensen-Meyer. ITV has ordered a 4th season of Unforgotten, its cold case police drama starring Nicola Walker and Shaveh Bashkar. Series creator Chris Lang penned the 6 new episodes, and Andy Wilson is set to direct. Lang said in a statement, "I'm so delighted to have been asked to make a 4th series of Unforgotten. The reaction to Series 3 was better than I could have ever expected, with more people watching the last episode than any other in all 3 series. And I cannot wait to discover what lies ahead for Casey and Sonny, and to create a whole new cast of characters for them to grapple with." Annette Bening and Tracy Letts are to star in the Roundabout Theater Company's new Broadway production of Arthur Miller's drama All My Sons in the Spring. American Beauty and the American President film actress Bening earned a Tony Award nomination for her Broadway debut in Coastal Disturbances in 1987. Her last New York stage job was acting opposite John Lithgow in the Public Theater's 2014 version of King Lear. Letts is the Pulitzer Prize and Tony Award-winning playwright of August Osage County. The popular actor is also the author of the plays Bug, Killer Joe, and Superior Donuts, which were all adapted for the screen. Benny and Letts will begin performances in All My Sons on April 4th, with the official opening night planned for April 22nd. Gregory Mosher is directing the play. The Roundabout said in a press release Thursday, in the aftermath of World War II, the Keller family struggled to stay intact and to fight for their future when a long-hidden secret threatens to emerge, forcing them to reckon with greed, denial, repentance, and post-war disenchantment across generations. Additional cast members and design team will be announced soon, the producers said. Reality television star RuPaul Charles is the star in the new Netflix comedy series AJ and the Queen. The show's ensemble will also include Josh Segarra, Michael Leon Woolley, Katharina Tannenbaum, and Tia Carrere. The press release for the streaming service said RuPaul stars as Ruby Red, a bigger-than-life but down-on-her-luck drag queen who travels across America from club to club in a rundown 1990s RV with her unlikely sidekick AJ, a recently orphaned, tough-talking, scrappy 11-year-old stowaway. Michael Patrick King, whose credits include Sex and the City, wrote the series. Charles's competition show, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, was renewed last month for a 4th season. Charles was honored in March with the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Television stars Nick Offerman and Megan Mullany marked their 15th wedding anniversary with sweet posts on social media. Offerman wrote on Instagram Thursday, "Happy anniversary to my lover and goddess at Megan Mullany, who after a 3-year audition gave me the gig 15 years ago. People, it's a sweet goddamn gig. Hashtag in the middle of the night I call your name. Hashtag my love will turn you on." The post also includes a photo of the late singer John Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono. Mullany captioned an image of her smiling and leaning into her husband. "Today is our 15-year wedding anniversary. We've been married since the spring of 2000, but we've been together since the spring of 2000, but married since 2003. I can't believe how lucky I am to be in such a happy situation with the greatest man in the world. Not only do I love him more than anything in the world, I like him. It doesn't get any better than that." Offerman hosts the craft competition series Make It with his former Parks and Recreation co-star Amy Poehler. The show was renewed recently for a second season. Mullany stars on the sitcom Will and Grace, which returned with fresh episodes last year after it was canceled in 2006. It is scheduled to remain on the air through 2019. Singer-songwriter Jack White has donated $30,000 to help transform the Oklahoma home from the 1983 movie The Outsiders into a museum. Tulsa World reported the gift allowed fundraisers to meet their $75,000 goal. Fundraiser Danny O'Connor said in the newspaper Thursday, "Jack White closed the thing and got it done. I have a feeling there's a brass plate in order to cement at that house pretty soon. What a guy. I couldn't help but think of a better person to come wrap this bow up, tie the loose ends up." O'Connor also tweeted, "If there is a higher caliber of human being who just happens to be a rock god, I haven't met him. Thank you, Jack White. You are a prince among men. Stay gold." The house serves as the Curtis brothers' home in the 1983 screen adaptation of the S.E. Hinton's classic young adult novel. The film starred C. Thomas Howell, Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, Diane Lane, and Emilio Estevez. Lowe tweeted, "Stay gold, Jack White." British singer-songwriter Sam Smith canceled his scheduled set at Friday's iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. Smith tweeted, "Dear all, due to unforeseen circumstances which transpired after rehearsal, it became clear that I'm sadly unable to perform at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas tonight. I'm so sorry about this, and I want to apologize to all my fans. All my love, always, Sam." Variety cited unnamed sources as saying Smith had unexpectedly lost his voice earlier in the day and had recovered from showtime. Festival host Ryan Seacrest announced from the stage of the T-Mobile Arena that Smith would not sing as planned due to unforeseen circumstances, but he did not elaborate. Seacrest says, "We love Sam. Sam has been part of our iHeart family for many, many years, and we look forward to seeing him really soon." Kanye West voiced his displeasure with Drake, Nick Cannon, and Tyson Bedford on Instagram Thursday due to issues relating to his wife, Kim Kardashian. West expressed his disappointment with the three across several videos on Instagram that shows the rapper talking to the camera while walking outside. West began his lengthy rant. "I just wanted to express some things that are not sitting right with my spirit." West's main issue includes Cannon discussing Kardashian's body during an interview with Vlad TV. Cannon and Kardashian previously dated, and Drake not doing anything to stop rumors about his hit song In My Feelings being about Kardashian. With Beckford, West referenced how the model recently had a feud with Kardashian on Twitter, saying he didn't personally care for Kardashian's body. Kardashian then faced backlash online for being homophobic after she responded to Beckford by calling him sis. West says, "So, period. It's like, don't speak on nobody from my family, nothing that can be mentioned on my wife, period." In My Feelings, which is centered around a woman named Kiki, is rumored to be about Kardashian because Kiki is the reality star's family nickname. West's comments about Drake comes after the 41-year-old attempted to bury the hatchet with him on Twitter over a separate incident, Drake's feud with West's collaborator Pusha T. That dispute spawned 2 diss tracks, Drake's Doopy Freestyle, which includes lyrics about West, and Pusha T's The Story of Adonadon, which revealed Drake is a father. Drake on Thursday, which was featured on a new song released by French Montana titled No Stylist, that featured the hitmaker seemingly dissing West in his Adidas-made Jeezy 350s sneakers. Drake raps on the track, "Keep it a G. I told her do not wear the 350s around me." Singer-songwriter Eric Church has announced plans for a concert, which is set to begin September 28th at the Ohana Music and Arts Festival in Dana Point, California. Among the scheduled stops will be New York, Omaha, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Boston, Detroit, Dallas, and Chicago. The tour is to wrap June 29th in George Washington. Not to be confused with the first president of the United States, the actual town. The country star's Twitter feed said Friday, Eric Church is hitting the road with the Double Down Tour in 2019 with 19 cities, 2 nights in each city, 2 unique shows, plus 1 huge Nashville Stadium show. Members of the choir get priority access to pre-sale tickets. The post includes a video in which Church told his fans, "Desperate Man is done. I'm very proud of the album. Now it's time to play it live." Desperate Man is set to release in October. The album's completion follows a tumultuous year for Church, whose brother Brandon died at the age of 36 after a seizure in July. Church was also one of the performers at the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas, where Stephen Paddock opened fire at the festival crowd in October 2017, killing 59 people, including himself, and wounding 527 more. Church was not injured in the incident. Singer-songwriter Paul Simon has wrapped up his farewell tour in his hometown of Queens, New York. Simon's Twitter account said Saturday, #Welcome Home, #Homeward Bound. Tonight is Paul Simon's farewell performance at Flushing Meadows Corona Park. It's going to be a special night, September 22nd, 2018. Simon, who's 76, announced in February that he would start his last concert tour in May. Simon said in a statement at the time, "I've often wondered what it would feel like to reach the point where I consider bringing my performing career to a natural end. Now I know. It feels a little unsettling, a torch exhilarating, and something of a relief." He continued, "I love making music, my voice is still strong, and my band is as a tight, extraordinary group of gifted musicians. I think about music constantly. I am very grateful for a fulfilling career, and of course, most of all, to the audiences who have heard something in my music that touches their hearts." Rolling Stone said Simon's last set included Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes, The Boxer, America, and You Can Call Me Out. He reportedly had tears in his eyes as he sang his anthem, Homeward Bound. Rock icon Paul McCartney's Egypt Station is the #1 album in the United States. The album was McCartney's first to top the Billboard 200 charts since Tug of War in 1982. Coming in #2 on the Billboard 200 charts date Saturday is Eminem's Kamikaze, followed by Lauren Daigle's Look Up Child at #3, Russ's Zoo at #4, and Drake's Scorpion at #5. Rounding up the top tier are Mac Miller's Swimming at #6, Travis Scott's Astroworld at #7, Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentley at #8, Suicide Boys' I Want to Die in New Orleans at #9, and Ariana Grande's Sweetener at #10. Jack Black's family adventure The House with the Clock in Its Walls is the #1 movie in North America, earning $26.9 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in #2 is A Simpler Favor with $10.4 million, followed by The Nun at #3 with $10.3 million, The Predator at #4 with $8.7 million, and Crazy Rich Asians at #5 with $6.5 million. Rounding up the top tier are White Boy Rick at #6 with $5 million, Peppermint at #7 with $3.7 million, Fahrenheit 11/9 at #8 with $3.1 million, The Meg at #9 with $2.4 million, and Searching at #10 with $2.2 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1975, 3 Days of the Condor, a political thriller directed by Sidney Pollack and starring Robert Redford, opens in New York City. In the film, Redford, one of the biggest movie stars of the 1970s, plays a low-level CIA employee being stalked by an assassin. Based on a novel titled 6 Days of the Condor by James Grady, the film, which co-stars Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, and Max von Sydow, was a box office success. Prior to 3 Days of the Condor, Pollack and Redford teamed up for Jeremiah Johnson in 1972 and The Way We Were in 1973, co-starring Barbra Streisand. The two men later collaborated on The Electric Horseman 1979, Out of Africa in 1986, which co-starred Meryl Streep and won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and Havana in 1990. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, September 24th, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.